let's party. Okay. Hi, my name is Idalis Rideout. Welcome back to my channel. Subscribe down below if you have not yet. Become a writer today. Join the ride. Become a writer. Die. Right? Okay. Calm down, Idalis. So in today's A Bisexual in Brooklyn series, we will be talking about Black queer spaces and do they actually exist anymore in Brooklyn? Do they exist at all? Truly. BIPOC spaces, specifically very much Black spaces. We're going to talk about where you can go if you're a Black person, if you're a BIPOC person coming to NYC, living in NYC, because I feel like sometimes it can be very hard to find community and to find people, find spaces where you can be yourself and you can be safe, you can be seen, you can be heard. This is specifically going to be like nightclubs, going out. It's not going to be like daytime things like book clubs and stuff. There are book clubs and stuff too. Like I can get into like other kinds of spaces, but this is going to be specifically about nightlife and going out and partying and having fun with your friends or your lovers or whatever. I also want to specify this is also very much for the Willa-Was, for the lesbians, for the pansec, for the femmes, for the girlies. Not for gay men. I feel like gay men usually have their spaces, especially white gay men have their spaces, and Black gay male spaces are also, I feel like, a little bit more prioritized. But I'm specifically talking about more lesbian related Willa-Wa spaces for us. In a time where honestly a lot of Black owned spaces, Black spaces generally are closing. Bedvine is a topic that people have been talking about. Lovers Rock, Basquiat's Bottle, like all of these places have been closing in Brooklyn. And I feel like the conversation is like, okay, yes, like these are just Black spaces, but like what about also Black queer spaces? There's not a lot of places that we specifically can go and feel safe and feel like this is for us by us. And to think that these places are closing, these places that were staples that any Black person can go that was queer and stuff, but like having and knowing of Black and queer spaces is important to know. BIPOC and queer spaces as well. Because like, where do we go to feel safe? Where do we go to have fun? Where do we go? If it's just like a Black space, like Bedvine, like standing outside, having fun, listening to music, we can't even do that. Because people are complaining about noise, about X, Y, and Z. So it's like, where do we go? What do we do? And I feel like a lot of people on different apps have like trying to find solutions. But I think one thing that I want to add to the conversation is just places that I have been that I think other people might not know about, that might not know what these places are. So I just want to give information and shed light on spaces that I've been in, that I've personally felt safe in, so that maybe you, to whoever's watching this, can also feel safe in these spaces or feel seen in these spaces. I feel like finding community, especially right now, or finding a community, finding people who, or spaces where you can feel safe is important, especially in a time that is like this, where, you know, DEI is getting rolled back and all of this stuff. It's like, it affects everything. It's especially important now to show support and show that these spaces and these events are making money and people are coming out and like supporting these people. Just like, you know, everybody's talking about Sinners, right? The movie. I have not seen it yet. Don't ruin it in the comments. I haven't seen it. But it's important for us to come out and watch these movies and support these movies, because it's like what Ryan Coogler is doing is like unprecedented. Like having ownership of this movie after 25 years has not been done really by a Black person. Him having that and having ownership of Black creativity, of Black ideas, of Black art, of Black performance is so important. Getting into another conversation, but I want to add to the conversation of to support Black and brown people, but also to just have us feel safe in these spaces. I honestly wish there was more Black and brown like event spaces. There's really not enough. And obviously if there's some that like I don't mention, please comment them down below. Comment down below any spaces that I forget or that y'all think are also a place where we can go, where Black and brown people can go. I'm going to put this in categories. I'm going to put it into 2 categories. So it's going to be event venues and and then event hosts. And I think for this video specifically, I'm going to do mainly places that I have been specifically and kind of give like a little bit of a review, put also their Instagram and their information here so that y'all can look them up and do what needs to be done so that, you know, if you want to go to a party, if you want to whatever, you can do that. The first category we're going to do is going to be event spaces. So of course, the first event space specifically in Brooklyn would probably be the Bush. It is the Bush Dyke Bar. Very, very much for the Woolawas. However, I feel like this is very much for Black and brown people. It's a very BIPOC space. There are white parties there too, but they do have parties like Ladies First, who's also hosted by like a Black DJ, that there's a lot of like Black people that do show up to these events. So definitely check them out. The Bush is very fun. I feel like whenever I'm here, I always have a good time. Space can be a little cramped at times, I'm not gonna lie, but the people there, the drinks, a very fun time. I feel like if there's one place that like, if someone asked me like if they just wanted to go to like a safe space for like Woolawas and they're like a Black or a brown person, I would probably just say go to the Bush, because I feel like that is a safe space that I've been, that I feel like people would feel at home at. So the next event space, now this is not specifically queer, however there are queer parties here. You just have to maybe look at their Instagram, see if there's a queer party going on, see if there's a queer DJ, like do your own research. I'm just giving you the event space. These are two that are grouped together because I believe it's the same owner. So Cafe Rizzoli, everyone talks about Cafe Rizzoli. Cafe Rizzoli has been around for a while. I've been there. I feel like I went like when they first opened probably, which is kind of crazy. They recently opened Damballa. I don't know if I'm saying that right. If I'm saying it wrong, I'm so sorry. Damballa? Black owned spaces, very, very Black spaces. Damballa is really nice. They just opened. It's super cute. The bar is super cute. The DJ, like the dance, like it's very, very cute. They have really good seating also at Damballa. Cafe Rizzoli, I know, has events like they have like jazz on Thursdays. They have, I think, wine on like Sundays. It's like usually I think during like the summertime, but being safe as a Black person, go there. It's a very mixed crowd. Not everyone is queer, obviously, but if you do go to an event, especially at Cafe Rizzoli, there is going to be a line, so get there early, babe. Also, for the girls that are also going to go to the Bush, get there early. All these places, I'm telling you, get there early. Stop playing around waiting in lines for 2 hours, please. We're too old for that. Anyway, obviously check out their Instagrams, check for yourself, see what's going on, giving you the tools so that you can find somewhere that you want to go this weekend. Let's party. Okay. That's my short list for like event venues. There's a lot more event venues. There's a new place that just opened. I haven't been, but I'm going to mention it. It's called Boyfriend Co-op. Have not been, but I've heard it's cute. They do have some Black and brown people that I think go there and also host events there. So I have been to House of Yes. I know House of Yes has been around for a very long time. However, it can be very... Check the DJ. I went during Juneteenth. It was very fun, very Black. That was a good night there. So definitely check them out too. But let's talk about event hosts. So these are people that host events. They host at different event spaces. Some of the event spaces that I mentioned, they have hosted here. So I think the first I'm going to say is GGG, gay or gayest, because they have posted me on their Instagram. Hi. Always a very, very fun party. I've been twice. I got invited to their, I think, like apartment party. I haven't been to one of those, but the 2 times that I've went to this party, very fun, very lit. DJ's lit. Everybody's beautiful. It is a bit of a younger crowd, I would say. I mean, it's like mixed, I feel like, but it's very gay. I very much enjoyed this party, and I think all of the hosts are Black. The people that created GGG are Black. Don't know pronouns. I don't know. Love y'all. But very, very fun party. Gush is probably the next one. So from my friend that I talked to about the consult, what would I call that person? Someone that I know that's like in the party scene. I kind of asked for some advice on this video, but they told me that Gush isn't completely Black run. I think it's like maybe BIPOC run. Obviously, I don't know. But I know Aya, who hosts it, is Black. However, when I have been in this space, it's very fun, very Black BIPOC friendly, very Black and brown friendly, very fun. Bring your dollars because they do have scrippers. Next would probably be, I haven't been to this one, but I've heard really great things, so I'm just going to add it. It's called The Appointment. Also Black run. Have not been. Will be going this year though. I will be going this year. You will be seeing me there. So another one, also Brown Sugar Bounce, have not been, but it looks very, very black. Also, I think they actually hosted at Damballa, or they're hosting at Damballa soon. I don't know. Another party that I also want to mention is Everyday People. I'm sure a lot of y'all know about Everyday People. We love Everyday People. I've been to Everyday People here and in LA. Very fun, very... However, they're not technically queer run. There are queer hosts. Of course, when it comes to nightlife, the queer people are where it's at. Everyday People is a fun space. I feel like it is generally, I feel like a safe space, but it's like there are non-queer people that go there to Everyday People. So like if you are queer, you might get hit on by a man. You might get hit on by a straight person, basically. But it is fun. Have I gotten hit on by a man? I mean, I'm bisexual, so like that's fine. But when I was like in a relationship, no, actually no. I feel like people are pretty respectful at Everyday People, but that's just my experience. Some people I'm sure have had different experiences there. I don't know. They have had parties at Elsewhere, which is really fun. It's like 3 floors. Also check out Elsewhere. Elsewhere is a really, really fun, cool event space. Sometimes very expensive though, so be aware of that. But I have been to some black parties. Like I've been to South House there. I feel like there are certain parties that are a little bit more straight than others, and I feel like that one is a bit more quote unquote straight. Heterosexual for black people, for more black heterosexuals, but still South House is really fun. The music is bumping too, but Everyday People is very fun. They travel like everywhere, so if you do see an Everyday People party in your city, definitely go. I hope that was helpful. I know it was like short and sweet. If you want to add to this list, of course, please tell me of more events that I should go to. I have like a few of them that like I've said that I haven't been to that I definitely want to check out. I feel like I want to make more videos like this and just highlight event spaces that are for black and brown people, that are for queer people specifically, because I feel like it's important for us to like know where to go, but like it can be a bit confusing maybe, or hard for people to find places. So I just wanted to give this information out. And of course, if you are watching this, hopefully it reaches a wide audience so that people can comment more places, more spaces that they can go to down below. So like definitely check out the comments. I'll probably also try to update y'all in the comments too, to like just add stuff. And I feel like a lot of event hosts and spaces and black queer led events don't last, I feel like, as long as they should. So I think finding them can be difficult, but I hope this list helped whoever you are watching. I hope this helped you. I hope you're able to have fun wherever you go to turn up and party. It's April, it's about to be May, and then it's June. It's about to be Pride. It's about to be Pride Month. So Queer Central over here. Okay, I hope this helped. I love you, and thank you so much for watching this video. Bye. Yeah. Oh, you know you make me float.